Hi, it's Terry Vanover with Choosing to Rise, and every week I go live and we talk about topics that are associated with divorce and how to overcome divorce. And Divorce strategist, and I help you come through your divorce without being legally, financially, and emotionally devastated. And tonight's topic is releasing the shame that is associated with divorce. And so tonight I'm going to give you 3 tips for releasing the shame and embarrassment that you may have following your divorce. Then we're going to talk about how to get you through it, how to release it. So the first thing that you have to understand when it comes to shame, because shame is an emotion that comes with things that we're not proud of, that we're embarrassed of. And sometimes, though, we feel shame even though the divorce wasn't even our fault. So why do we feel such shame? Well, the first reason is that it goes against our values, right? You got divorced, you got married not intending to get divorced. Your value system was that you thought this was forever, you thought that this was meant to last, you were committed to making the marriage work. So despite everything you did, you might feel shame because this goes against your values. This goes against your morals. This isn't how you intended, right? It really hurts your soul. The second reason you might feel a lot of shame is because you feel like a failure, despite trying everything you could, despite going to relationship coach or therapy or doing everything you could, you still couldn't make the marriage work. So no matter what, you have a lot of shame associated with feeling like a failure. Despite everything you tried, you still failed, and that feels awful. Another reason people feel a lot of shame is that it impacts their children. Despite doing everything right, despite maybe you're in a divorce that's very amicable, you know that in some ways this impacts your children. Maybe it is disrupting their lives. Maybe they're being impacted with schooling or housing, or just knowing that the future that you held for your children is no longer what you wanted for them. It impacts your children. So you feel a lot of guilt and a lot of shame about that, even if it's not your fault. And then another reason that people going through divorce feel a lot of shame is that our society doesn't support divorce, right? There isn't a lot of support. People don't understand the ramifications of divorce. You lose friends because they don't understand. They think that divorce is contagious, or they don't know how to deal with someone going through divorce. So you lose a lot of your friends. You lose a lot of support in your community. Maybe it goes against the values of your religious institution, so you lose support and friends through that, something that is supposed to be a bedrock for you in the worst time of your life, and you lose that. So there is a lot of guilt and shame because our society just doesn't help us through this time. So, what you need to do is you need to understand why you feel the shame. You have to dig down deeply and understand for yourself, and do a lot of, and I would even suggest doing some journaling, writing about these feelings, expressing these feelings, not holding it in, and not blaming yourself, right? We all make mistakes in our life. We all have regrets. And one day you'll use this as a learning opportunity. And that's really ultimately what you have to do. You have to get the support and get the help that you need so you can understand and grow from this opportunity. Look at it as a way to learn and learn from our mistakes. So I've been where you've been. I've really, really messed up my marriage really badly. So I understand what it's like to have years and years of shame, not even from just my divorce, but, brought up from my childhood, where I really brought a lot of my shame of being a sexual abuse victim and daughter of an alcoholic. And a lot of that shame I brought with me into my adulthood, and then perpetuated that in my marriage. And then had a very contentious divorce. So I understand what it's like to live with a lot of shame and guilt, but then learn how to grow from that opportunity, learn how to use that as a way to better myself and empower myself, and then help others through that, learn from their mistakes and get through this time. So if you are dealing with a lot of shame and guilt and you're embarrassed to say, I'm divorced, you feel like a failure because your marriage didn't work out, you feel like you can't get past this, it's overwhelming, and it is a very difficult process to navigate. It's so many overwhelming feelings, and it's an emotional roller coaster. Shame and guilt are just some of the feelings, right? Anger, bitterness, embarrassment. There's so many emotions that come through when you have divorce that are really, really difficult to navigate. Reach out to me. I can help you navigate through these feelings so that you can get clarity, feel better about yourself, so that you can develop a whole new identity and learn how to create a brand new chapter in your life, so you can break the habits from previously and you can grow from this opportunity and learn how to be a better spouse in your next marriage. Do better the next time. So you can reach me at terrievanover@comcast.net, and I'm happy to give you a complimentary phone session where I can give you the 3 steps for overcoming divorce to develop a new chapter in your life. And I'm happy to talk with you and give you the steps that you need to overcome this overwhelming time. So again, reach out to me at terrievanover@comcast.net, and I look forward to hearing from you. All right. Thanks. I'll see you next Wednesday. We go live every Wednesday night, and we'll be talking about topics. And if you have any questions, or if there's any topics that you want to see addressed, type them below, and I'm happy to help you through it. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.